in these wasp-coloured kits. It's like a swarm around the front. Adam Yates moving up, and here goes the attack of Miguel Angel Lopez of Movistar. Roglic takes the first red jersey. Brian Tarame wins the stage. 2 wins in the Vuelta for Jasper Philipsen. Oh, big crash of Valverde. Jakobsen takes his second stage win. Damiano Caruso wins. Michael Storer, 2 wins in La Vuelta. Roglic wins stage 11. It's Magnus Cort wins another stage of La Vuelta. It's a victory for De Koning Quick-Step. The win was Florian Seneschal.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 14th stage of the Vuelta, back into the imposing mountains with 2 first category climbs and plenty of steep riding to do. A 165km stage from Don Benito to Pico Villuercas. Primož Roglic isn't the Vuelta leader, but the other GC contenders will want to make life hard for the Slovenian. Ineos, Movistar and Bahrain Victorious might attack today. Roglic's Jumbo-Visma team have been warned.
I think also the other teams look for us as well because, we have one of the main favorites and, we always have to make sure the situation is right for our team as well. So, it depends. I think if there's a moment to attack and he feels good, then he can go for it. But, the third week is still really, really hard.
We know that it is our terrain and we have to make it a hard race. Every day there is an opportunity, but today we are on our own. Pico Villuercas is unprecedented. I don't know it. I think everyone will go there with a little bit of uncertainty today.
Potentially. We've had some interesting racing this week with the breakaway taking a really long time to go. And today we could either have a breakaway roll away from the start line or we could have a really big fight. And if we have a really long fight until the Category 3 climb, it could turn into an incredibly hard day. But to be honest, I wouldn't expect too much.
It doesn't take long for things to happen today. An 18-rider breakaway rapidly forms and Jack Haig has his answer. It didn't take much fighting for it to get out of the peloton. The pace is 50 km an hour with wind conditions favourable. The peloton has allowed the break to go. Clément Champoussin and Romain Bardet are the best ranked of the escapees, almost 50 minutes back from Vuelta leader Odd Christian Eiking. There are also experienced Spaniards up there in Jesus Herrada and Dani Navarro. Tom Pidcock has also got on the right wheels to make the breakaway. Once again, Jay Vine has got himself up there. And surprisingly for a mountain stage, Arnaud Démare is in the break. The peloton gives the break wriggle room and they have a 10-minute plus lead coming to the foot of the first climb of the day, the third category Puerto Bezocama. The leading group stays united on the first climb, not wanting to lose any riders. In the peloton, the teammates of Eiking, the red jersey, are setting the pace and the gap stabilises at around 10 minutes. At the summit, the fight for points takes place, well, at least for one rider.
We're getting some moves going on now. This is heading towards the top of the climb. Romain Bardet looking for the points. Bardet over the top of the climb, the Puerto Bezocama, and Bardet takes the first set of points in the King of the Mountains.
Romain Bardet takes 3 points at the summit and is now only a point back from Damiano Caruso, determined to stay close to his leader Jack Haig and above all close to the favourite in order to have a chance at the stage win. Romain Bardet makes the most of that. Here he is with the breakaway on the second climb, which has some passages at 20%. The Puerto Colladas de Ballesteros is a difficult 3 kilometres, but everyone hangs in there like Pidcock and Van Mark of Israel Startup Nation. At the summit, Bardet has provisionally moved into the King of the Mountains jersey.
It's an absolute grind for the riders at the back. Meanwhile, for the pure climber Bardet, he is thriving in these conditions. He's almost at the top now. Where's the gantry? It seems to take forever. He's almost there. It's right at the top. and Roman Bardet is going to make his way over the top of the climb.
In the peloton, there's a change as Intermarché Wanty-Gobert are no longer setting the pace. It's over to the favourites teams with Caruso up there for Bahrain. Movistar, Ineos and Jumbo are at the front too. Caruso is setting a gruelling speed and Jack Haig was bluffing in his pre-stage interview. Up front, 3 riders decide the tempo needs to be raised and the days of riding as 18 are over. Nicolas Prudhomme for AG2R Citroën, Matthew Holmes for Lotto Soudal and Danny Navarro accelerate, and they look well set to go all the way to the finish as the gap has gone back to over 10 minutes in the valley before the final ascent and there are only 40k to go. There'll be 2 races in one today, the first for the stage victory and the second between the team leaders in the hunt for the red jersey. Prudhomme manages to put in a gap in the valley and arrives at the foot of the final climb with a minute's lead. A lot of effort has already been put in by the AG2R Citroën rider and now he'll have to try to hold on. Behind him, 3 men try to counter, Zeitz, Gibbons and Navarro, and a little further back, the survivors of the day's breakaway. With about 6 kilometres to go, the leader sees his advantage fade to nothing. Zeitz is almost up with him, and then Bardet goes on the attack. The DSM rider will soon catch the duo before moving past them. While Bardet is heading for the stage victory, the Cofidis team want the red jersey, and they go on the attack to help Guillaume Martin.
At the top of Pico Villuercas, the race winner is Roman Bardet, his first stage win in La Vuelta, and so well deserved. He played it perfectly.
3 kilometres from the summit, in the favourites group, Miguel Angel Lopez attacks for Movistar. Eiking manages to follow the pace and Guillaume Martin is still there. The 2 men crack at the end, while Lopez finishes with an advantage of a few seconds over the other favourites. Roman Bardet is in good form in August, having already won a stage on the Tour of Burgos. On the attack since his crash in the opening week, the French rider is no longer gunning for a GC finish, rather it's stage victories he's after, and he also takes the King of the Mountains jersey after this stage. We'll see more of Bardet, a rider who hadn't claimed a stage on a Grand Tour in 4 years. The wait was long. I've had quite a few second places. I didn't think about that today, I just thought about the race and went flat out. It started well as I got in the break. I knew that even if I didn't win the stage, I'd take the King of the Mountains jersey. I wasn't focused on winning the stage. That worked for me as a plan. Roman Bardet had been chasing any sort of victory for 3 years, and that Burgos success got the machine going again. Hirada and Vine, who crashed on this stage, finished 44 seconds back from Bardet. The favourites group comes in 10 minutes later, and Eiking and Martin don't lose much time. The GC standings don't change. Eiking will try to go into the second rest day with the red jersey still on his back. No change in the green jersey standings. Roglic didn't take a point today. Jakobsen is still the solid leader. Changes though in the best climbers category as Caruso stayed with his team leader. Bardet took 23 points and now is 19 points ahead of the Italian. Egan Bernal put time into Vlasov in this stage to strengthen his hold on the white jersey. Tomorrow is another mountain stage, even if the finish comes after a descent. 4 good climbs on the 197km stage. Another potential stage for the breakaway riders, while the favourites should test their strength on the Puerto San Juan de Navas. After that, they'll deserve their rest day.